Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm attempting to bring on a new online admin, but it's actually a former admin who I'm not even sure how long they were here, but they do seem to form events, so I figured I'd give them a chance. Um, and then I just realized we come to the same position where we really don't connect whatsoever. So, what I'm going to do is take a snippet of what we're doing. First, we seek, and then I'm looking in calendar and I'm telling him this in a text on a Google chat. Um, Define yes. If it exists, then what we'll do is we'll link to it. If it doesn't, we'll create an instance where we document it, and then we'll point to that and find out who converges at the same point. In this case, this person's first language is not English, and mine is not either, so we're coming from Spanish and Bengali, meeting at English, yet never establishing a convergence point where we could even agree on the meaning of yes. So that's our goal in this short video. I'm going to reuse or repurpose a prior event. It's currently the 29th of January, believe it or not, and it's 11:38 a.m. So I'm utilizing a prior event, which I didn't really do a lot of research to see if it's adequate, but we'll go over that in another video. Initial focus is just to establish standing. My standing is where I post my event in time so that others could log in and see at a particular point in time. My role was engaged in the quest to converge at a point in time. Okay, so here it is. I save it, and then I go back out to see that it landed. So now I have standing. I stand here at this moment. I've given a name, which we call the event name, and I can share that with this person. And then I share the path to that. Now, those two elements, as well as the context of the application by which I'm standing within, I created an entity. So the event transforms to an entity when it has these four aspects: the name of the event, the path to the event. We inherited the format of the event, and then in this case, it happens to be a Google Calendar event, which is established as an event in time. We separate our things into the focal point of whether they ascribe mostly to a time-based event, which is an event, or a material-based focus, which would be an entity. They are one and the same, but until they manifest as a document, something that we can see. So the action of documenting results in the material of a document, which includes an image, a video, or anything that you could see on a computer display screen, including a recording, for instance. So even audio would be a document. So it documents the container for all events and entities. It'll have a format which includes the minimum aspects that allow it to be reused and relate and link so that we form a chain which will tokenize and put as part of a blockchain. And through that chain of events, which are instantiated, you could see where a person's coming from. And since we already understand most people are coming from different directions and different points of contextual relation, we're going to break it down into convergence at a point where we agree to establish a framework that defines each of these aspects. So we'll start with nothing, and we'll focus on a point, and we'll make a division between the two. So we have nothing on the left, something on the right. Will symbolize nothing in many different ways. We have 10 or 12 different aspects or elements that reflect nothing, and we have a point that represents something. And the standing between the two is a word called kadosh, which is a form of honor that separates and differentiates between that which is not thing and that which is thing, which for us we transform into the concept of time and material. So those things that are time-based, we package them as an event. Those things that are material-based, we package them as an entity. Since they are one and the same, but in order for us to manifest that ability to objectify them so that we can relate and link, we put a document as that focal point that joins the action and the object. And then we give name to those efforts so that we can go backwards and forwards through audit and trace in the goal of establishing convergence of meaning, and from meaning, choice of the path or the workflow, I believe, will become more formalized. So when you have certain trigger points, the majority of people who have gone through the process would perform the actions needed or necessary at the point when they recognize, oh, this is a checklist, this is where we are. It's a tensor type of, it's similar to the tensor mathematics view of having multiple fields or quadrants of relation. So we'll edit that out.